So this week's cheese platter is called Pecorinos that you don't know. Pecorinos oftentimes are thought of as just dry, grating, perhaps spicy sheep's milk cheeses. However, they are a huge category of cheeses. Pecorino actually is derived from the word Pecora from Italy, just meaning sheep. So technically, any sheep's milk made in Italy is a Pecorino. However, there are 4 major regions that produce the most famous and the most amount of Pecorinos. Tuscany, Lazio, where Rome is located, Sicily, and Sardinia. Starting with the Pecorino Crotonese. This is a great Pecorino. It's not as dry and flaky or salty as some of the Pecorinos that people are very familiar with. It is a little bigger in shape than some of the others, and it has a wonderful nutty sweetness to it that is just absolutely fabulous for snacking, perhaps with some olives or something like that. It is also very versatile, often used, as many Pecorinos can be, into cooking or perhaps as a breakfast cheese as well, because it is that milder, sweeter flavor profile. Next on our cheese plate is Pecorino Toscano Stagionato. This obviously is a Pecorino. It's Toscano, meaning it's from Tuscany. Stagionato, meaning it's aged about 3 months. So instead of being very young and soft as the fresco Pecorino Toscano, it's harder in texture, it's firmer. As you can see, it has a much thicker rind to it. This one is beautiful because it does have the stamp, the authentic stamp saying that it is Pecorino Toscano DOP, meaning that it has been made by a certified farmer, and all the process of making this cheese until it comes to your table has been certified as the authentic Toscano that dates back over 2,000 years ago. This cheese is going to be a little stronger than the first, perhaps a little nuttier, a little saltier, as well as just a perfect characteristic of a well taken care of Pecorino that is used as a table cheese. Many of these Pecorinos, that's exactly what Italians do. They keep them on the table all day and eat them with every meal. This would be a perfect example of that. Next come into 2 more distinct, perhaps more rare Pecorinos. This one being Pecorino Foglie de Noce. This too comes out of Tuscany. However, it's a smaller wheel. It's wrapped in ash and walnut leaves. The rind imparts this very rustic, musty, perhaps slightly stronger flavor to it, as well as this one is going to have more of that sheepy, earthy-like flavors to it. It's aged between 3 to 6 months, and it has a wonderful strength to it and a lot of complexity that really deserves being left out for a couple of hours to truly enjoy. The last one is a favorite, a staff favorite as well as a customer favorite. It's called Cacio de Bosco, or Pecorino with truffles. This Pecorino comes from the same producers as our Pecorino Toscano. However, this one has black truffles added to it. So that truffle doesn't overpower the cheese, but makes for a perfect pairing. The nuttiness and a slightly oily texture and flavor of the sheep's milk pairs beautifully with these black truffles and that garlic flavor. This cheese is absolutely a wonderful snacking cheese, but we also have many customers who use it as a flavor enhancer into a risotto perhaps, or something like that. That truffle adds so much to it. However, they have changed the recipe a bit from a traditional Pecorino, obviously, by adding the truffles, and yet it has a wonderful fragrance and distinctness to it. So all 4 of these Pecorinos are very different from each other, as well as they show the variety that Italy makes in their different Pecorinos. So come on in and try one of them, and then always enjoy them at room temperature where the flavors can be enjoyed at their best.